Yes! Oh yeah! Ha yeah! Oh, fucking righty. What's up, motherfuckers and scumbags and pieces of shit? Don't forget that. Peter Gilmore here for a late Tuesday night video right here on the Peter Gilmore Wrestling Channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there. You know where. It's in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below on this very channel and my other 4 main channels, which are all in the gobbledygook down below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're real. If you're not, go to hell and don't let the door hit your ugly ass on the way out. So Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, follow me there. If you're real, you got to be real. If you're not, like I said, get out of here and go play with yourself. And that's that. And that's it. Excuse me. Share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Basically treat it like it's your bitch. Your bitch. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And that's pretty much it. If you do miss my videos and unsubscribe, resubscribe again, hit the bell again, do all that shit again, and hopefully Neil and his team of monkeys will send out my videos to you so you don't have to search my name and my channels. And if you get lucky to find them, you can go to my video section or my shorts or my live section, and the latest video will be right there in those sections or on the homepage. And that's pretty much it, so you don't miss anything. And you can watch past videos that I've done since 2014. Well, my main channel, my Kill Demons channel, from 2014 on. And some of these channels from I think I still have some videos from 2015, I believe. Maybe before that, who knows? But you can go from 9 years ago. 9 years ago up to now, and you can see how I progressed in a way. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So if you want to see where I came from and all the stuff leading up to now, then you can do that. You can leave a comment on an old as fuck video if you want. But it is what it is. That's pretty much it. And that's it. Speaking of comments, somebody on my Vince Russo rant, which is up now on my PG Rants channel, almost 100 hits already. Because my rant channel is very legendary and very evil. So, and I usually average about 100 all the way up to, I think my highest one is almost 2,900 views. That was years ago, but lately I've been it's about 1 to 400, 600, somewhere around there. But it is what it is. So on that Russo rant, somebody left me a comment saying that I'm tweaking. I'm like, what the fuck am I tweaking about? All right. I'm like, I kind of laughed. I'm like, what am I tweaking about? Twerking? I don't twerk. I don't want to shake my sexy ass in front of you people. Some of you might like that, but you're weird, creepy. But maybe my Twitch. I don't know. But I didn't pay no mind, and I didn't care. But thank you for the comment. And I'll keep watching that video and sharing that video, that Russo rant. And hopefully it's probably gonna get past 100 by tomorrow. And hopefully on its way up to 200, 300, who knows what it's going to go up to. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on with that. So subscribe to the PG Rants channel, the home of the most legendary rants in history and YouTube history. Because they're very, very, very damn good. I don't do a lot of rants over the last, I don't know how many, I think I've been on that rant channel for like 7, 8 years, I think. I only had like maybe 100 and somewhat rants. I used to have more, but I took some of them down. And most of them some of the other ones are on private. which I really don't want. I'm probably not going to put back on public. you know, because I don't need to really worry about those videos for those people I've done rants on, because they can't come back from it. But it is what it is. But subscribe to my channels, and that's pretty much it. I'm tired, ladies and gentlemen. It is late. It's not too late, but it's, after midnight, getting close to 1 a.m. here in the Northeast. Was kind of a crappy day. Got a little bit sunny later in the day. It was not too warm today. Another dismal day. Tomorrow's gonna rain like cats and dogs, and going to Thursday morning, and then Friday we're getting another wintry mixed storm. Going into early Saturday, and then finally we break this cycle on Sunday. But the temperature's gonna be up and down like my dick in your mama's ass. Thursday was gonna be in like the mid 50s, and then back down to like 35, 40 degrees on Friday, and then gets back up to 50 near the weekend. And we're only a couple weeks away from spring, so. And then next weekend, we got to turn the clocks forward for daylight savings time. So we got all that. And we'll see what happens in the month of March. We're officially in the month of March here in the Northeast. It is officially March the 1st, 2023. Hopefully March is a good month for some of us, and we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. All right, so on this late Tuesday night, February the 28th, 2023. Like I said, it is now the end of February, going into March. If you're watching on the replay, it is now March the 1st, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Peter Gilmore channel, and I am your host, Peter Gilmore, the greatest man in the world. But you knew that already. It is time for your late night NXT review for February the 28th, 2023. From the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. All right, another week of NXT action coming your way from the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios. All right, so we're 1 week away. This is the go-home show before next week's Roadblock mini event, which looks pretty damn good. Look, it has a stacked card already. And we're also 1 month away from NXT's big event of the year, Stand and Deliver, which will be on WrestleMania weekend at 1 o'clock from the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. So, we got a precursor to night one, so it'll be at 1 p.m. and then at 7, well, they say 8 p.m., but it's really 7 p.m. 7 p.m., WrestleMania Night 1, and then April 2nd, WrestleMania Night 2. For that entire WrestleMania week, Raw, NXT, SmackDown, Rampage, Dynamite. And then you got Stand and Deliver on April 1st, and then Night 1, and then like I said, April 2nd, Night 2, and then you got the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania, which should be some pretty damn good shows. So buckle up. We got 4 weeks to go before WrestleMania week, and that's pretty much it for that. So we're gonna get through this month, and then next thing you know, we're talking about WrestleMania, and that's it. All right. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time because it's getting late and I got to work tomorrow. And some of you might have to as well. But some of you don't work and just stay up all night and sleep. But it is what it is. That's pretty much it. All right, so our commentary team, as always, on Tuesday nights on NXT, the man with the creepy jacket, Vic Joseph, and the man who snorts more cocaine than anybody in wrestling, and that's Booker T, sucker! So we had that. Alright, so we open the show with a humongous brawl in the back with, like, almost everybody. And then we cut to the ring. We see Wes Lee, the North American champion. He's in the ring, ready for his North American title open challenge, but there's a humongous brawl. We see like Idris Enofe and Malik Blade, the two jobbers. We see Hank Walker and Axiom kind of go at it, and Hank Walker accidentally hit Axiom. They're brawling all the way to the ring, and then we see Dabo Kato, come on to a seat. He busts out from this humongous brawl, so it looks like we're about to see Wes Lee versus Dabo Kato for the North American title. But then Apollo Crews jumps out of the audience and attacks him, jumps on his back and attacks him, knocks him down, because their feud is still going on, which will probably culminate at Stand and Deliver, who knows. And then amidst all that, we see somebody going to the ring. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I didn't recognize him at first. I thought it was David Finlay for a second. I'm like, wow, he just jumped from New Japan that quick? But it was not David Finlay. It was the returning Nathan Frazier, or Ben, as I call him. So Ben Frazier comes back after his, I think he had a leg injury. So that's why he was out for so long. So he gets in the ring, and the referee's like, ring the bell! So we get this impromptu title match, but I gave the brawl 2.5 out of 5 stars. So we get to this match. This match was freaking epic to start the show. So it starts off with Ben Frazier with a simple headlock, taking the champ down. Holds him there for quite a long time, but eventually gets broken up, and Wesley nips up to his feet for a standoff, which the fans, always love. Wesley then takes Ben Frazier down, but they're right back up. More stare downs, which is epic. And then Wesley gets sent to the outside. Ben Frazier's big dippity-doo is cut off by a kick to the head. As we go to break, we come back. Frazier misses the Phoenix Splash, but they both hit a double cross body in the middle of the ring at the same time. Looked like a car crash. In the middle of the ring, they're down. The fans were getting excited. This is awesome. Ben Frazier gets right back up, hits an AJ Styles-like moonsault into a lifting DDT, not how AJ has done it so many times, where he flips, grabs the guy in a scorpion death drop, and he hits him with that. But Ben hit the moonsault into the DDT. He hooked up the DDT and he lifted him and hit a DDT. So that was kind of impressive. And he gets a near fall out of that. Then he takes Wesley up and hits a superplex. Hits a superplex into a spinning neck breaker for a near fall. That was another impressive move. So Wesley is in trouble. He gets sent to the outside. Frazier goes for another big flippy dippity doo, and he jumps and gets nothing but the announcer's table. Ow! And Wesley goes in, and he hits a kick. Then he goes back. Gets a kick on the outside. Then he goes back inside, and then he hits. Actually, let's take that back. He hits a big flippy dippity doo on Frazier on the outside. Then he goes back in, hits the cardiac kick. 1, 2, 3, 13 and a half minutes later, Wesley, still your NXT North American champion. The match I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. This was an amazing match. Great to see Ben Frazier back. Well, Nathan Frazier back after his injury. Then after the match, they get up, have a nice code of honor. That's what I love. That's what you love to see. Respect after a big time epic freaking match. And we'll see what happens with Wes Lee as we get to Stand and Deliver, because he's doing nothing for Roadblock as of right now. But that can change, and we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, after that we get a video of JD McDonough talking about his having his retina torn and being repaired by, I don't know, that creepy doctor of his, or just a doctor. and basically saying if you don't get emergency surgery, you could possibly lose your eyeball. Be one-eyed Willie. But JD's like, I love inflicting pain, and then he gets the Ilya Dragunov, the Russian dragon, and says, I'm gonna beat the living fuck out of you next time I see you. Which could be next week, it could be a stand and deliver. Whenever they're gonna meet, it's gonna be fucking epic, and it's gonna be a banger of a match. I would probably think it's gonna be a stand and deliver, but we'll see. Alright, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back with Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen, the resident virgin. Still, kind of upset with what happened on Valentine's Day, with Fallon, don't call me, Don Henley basically cock-blocking him. She thought that Kiana was cheating on him with a guy named Zach, and we found out that she wasn't cheating, she was just talking to her brother named Zach. Blah, blah, blah. And then Brooks Jensen comes in, talks about their the problems. It's like, oh, I'm sorry that you and Kiana broke up. I'm like, they broke up? Wow. After all that, they broke up. So Briggs says, all men are stupid, you think, with women. I won't say nothing about that. Men, some of us men are stupid sometimes with women. Because we go a little bit past the extra mile to please our woman. We want to make them feel at home, make them like a queen, and we go a little bit too far. Verbally, mentally, verbally, stuff like that. But women, don't think you're out of the woods because you do the fucking same shit. I'm not gonna turn into a otaku, but it's kind of like women do basically the same fucking shit as men do half the time. But that's just my take on that. So anyway, but Briggs is proud of Jensen getting this far, and then he says that I'll go talk to Kiana. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, don't talk to her, because Kiana's gonna try to get with Briggs, and Jensen's gonna get all pissy, and then you know what happens? The good old Marty Jannetty. Bye-bye! He didn't need Jannetty. Briggs and Jensen will break up over Kiana James. So we got that. So Briggs is like, I'll talk to Kiana, see if she can, they can mend their relationship. And Briggs is like, I'm not Briggs. Jensen's like, I feel a lot better now. You won't feel a lot better when she's kissing your partner. That's what women do. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? Some women are loyal, some women, they only want one thing, and that's the D. You know what I mean? They want that big, long dick. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that, and we move on. All right, so I get a 2.5 out of 5 stars, excuse me. Then we get a video on Tyler Bate, who's back, and he has a main event match with Carmelo Hayes. And just remember, guys, when Carmelo shoots, he does not miss, because it's all about him. Him. We get that. All right, then we go to back with Mackenzie Mitchell and her guest, the so-called security guard, Hank Walker. And he's talking about the whole brawl that happened. And then A-Kid comes in, Axiom. He comes in and says, hey, you cost me a shot at the North American title, blah, blah, blah. It's like, why did you do what you did? And he's like, I had to make my opportunity, shit like that. Blah, blah, blah. And then they go back at it. They're going back and forth, arguing with each other. And then they get into a shoving match. And referees have to break it up. And then later on, we get a boring as fuck match. All right, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. wasn't anything to write home about. And we move on. Alright, then we go to our next match. We get Briggs and Jensen taking on Indus Shear. So we had Jinder My Balls and Veer and Sangha come, if you know what I mean. So they all come together out to the ring. Blah, blah, blah. Match wasn't anything to write home about. I didn't give two shits. But anyway, Sangha powers Jensen around the start. Jensen comes back with a spinning face plant. Tags in Briggs for a front face lock. But he's looking for the tag to Jensen, and Jensen's not there at first. But then Jensen comes back in, gets knocked down by Sangha, and they start beating the fuck out of him for a while. Veer then holds Jensen up for a kick to the ribs. Then he hits the Cobra Clutch. Then finally, Jensen comes in. He avoids an elbow. And Briggs comes in to clean house. Then we got another double team. Which doesn't really work as Jensen's still kind of thinking about Kiana James' hot ass. And Briggs is like, hey, asshole! Get in the game! Smack him in the head a little bit. Stop thinking about her! We got a match! He's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. He rolls in the ring, and then Sanga's waiting for him. He hits a choke slam, and then Veer comes in with $1 million, I don't know what it was, like $1 million dream, $1 million or something. And that basically finishes off Jensen in just under 3.5 minutes. Did I say under 3.5 minutes? Yes, I did. So, it was a corny fucking garbage match, and I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. After the match, Jinder My Balls gets on the mic and issues a challenge to the Creed brothers for a 6-man tag team match. 6-man tag team match next week. So, I don't know who the Creeds are going to get as their tag team partner, but if you've been following NXT over the last few weeks, I think you know who that third person probably will be. And that's it. Alright, after a commercial break, we come back. We have Mackenzie Mitchell and Nathan Frazier in the trainer's room. Nathan Frazier's getting his neck, his arm looked at by the doctor. And then Casey Cottonsawa comes in and starts yelling and screaming at the doctor. He's like, hey, Doc, you gotta come out to the parking lot. Somebody's hurt. Come on. So, Doc's like, oh, I'll be right back. And then Mackenzie's like, hey, you, cameraman, go over there. So, we run outside to the dreaded parking lot. And we see Wendy choo-choo on the ground, screaming in pain, grabbing her elbow or arm. And we see Kaden Carter out there, and the doctor's out there trying to, pick her up. He's like, oh, my arm! So somebody, the unknown assailant that hit Nikita Leon, strikes again. Now she gets Wendy choo-choo! So we had all that. So we still don't know who this person is that took out Nikita Leon. Now she's taking out, it could be a he or a she, probably a she, takes out Wendy Choo-Choo. A lot of people saying it's Corey Jade. I still think it's Zoe Stark. But they might be onto something with Corey Jade, because I haven't seen Corey Jade in a while. But it is what it is. Corey Jade's actually been doing some death matches lately, I've heard. I don't know if those old death matches or new. If it's new, Corey Jade getting hardcore. I mean, legit hardcore GCW style hardcore. I wonder what Braun Breaker thinks about that. Don't ask. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that as we move on. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the ring with a very passionate promo from former Toxic Attraction member Gigi Dolan, Priscilla Kelly. Gets in the ring, cuts one hell of a promo. And she says, this is the last time that you'll hear the Toxic Attraction theme song. Oh, I love that theme song. Toxic. You know? I wonder what she's gonna come out to next week. What kind of music she'll hit? If you know if HBK and Hunter talking, maybe come out to like a rock theme. Let it come out to like Motionless. Well, can't come out to Motionless in White because that's kind of copywriting for Rhea Ripley. But give her like a rock theme. Don't give her like a generic, boring as fuck theme that they usually have. But anyway, so new theme music next week for Gigi Dolan. Should be nice. Gigi's is going to go fast because she isn't Casey Jane, who loves to hear her own voice. She says she can live with the physical pain from Casey jumping her because it told her about herself. Gigi knows how to survive because her own mother used her as her own personal punching bag for years. Wow. Gigi calls herself the last woman standing, but Gigi keeps getting right back up. And they're going to fight next week at Roadblock. And Gigi's bringing everything she has. And that's pretty much it. So I'm bringing everything I had, and I'm going to kick your ass. So we'll see what happens with that. But I love the promo. I love how passionate it was. Gigi told a good story. So we're going to see what happens next week. So I gave this promo 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, I'm going to take a drink for a second because I got to wet my whistle. And this little drink break, as always, is sponsored by Pepsi. Just remember, guys, when you drink Pepsi, you make the girls go, "Oh, shit!" There's no substitute for a good Pepsi. I haven't tried the new Pepsi, the one with the peeps in it yet. I'm kind of leaning towards not drinking it, but I mean, I did see a video by my good friend Stevie Breach, and he tried it. Seems like it's basically Pepsi, just with like marshmallow Pepsi. Like they put the marshmallows in it, like more sugar, most likely. I don't know, but I might get a bottle tomorrow when I go out for lunch. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try it out. Couldn't be as bad as Pepsi Clear. Ugh. Remember when Pepsi Clear came out in the 90s? Ugh. Tasted like Sprite. Like, what is this? This ain't Pepsi. It tastes like Sprite, or even 7-Up, or maybe maybe an early version of Sierra Mist. Or Slice. Remember there were 2 versions of Slice? Slice lemon lime and Slice orange. They don't call it Slice no more. I think they call it I think they still call it Slice. I don't know if it's still around. They call it a different name. But in any case, yeah, drink regular Pepsi. We don't think, or wild cherry Pepsi. Or vanilla Pepsi's pretty good too. Diet Pepsi. Pepsi Zero is pretty damn good, but if you want to drink the Pepsi Peeps edition, because it's limited edition, good luck finding it, and good luck to your stomach. But I might try it tomorrow, just for trying's sake. But we'll have to see what happens with that. All right, let's not talk about Pepsi all day. But anyway, all right. So after Gigi Dolan's not epic, pretty damn good, passionate promo, we go to Chase U, where we see Duke Hudson in the classroom, sitting down next to Thea Hale, the resident pot smoker. And he's trying to apologize to her for what happened last week, costing them the match, and then going up to Mr. Chase saying, "Hey, you need to control her, and is this a university or a charity case?" So that's that. So he apologized to her for his actions last week. Thea seems to accept the apology. "It's okay, Duke. It's okay. I'll suck your dick anyway." But anyway, Mr. Chase comes in for his lecture, and to talk about factions in WWE history. But we see Schism up here on the little TV screen. Joe Gacy and company. Joe Gacy, the Dyad, the grizzled young veterans, Fowler and Reed, and then the lovely Ava Rain. They hacked the TV. Talk about how fake Chase U is at everything. And basically that's it. And then Mr. Chase like, motherfucker! It's like, these motherfuckers, what the mother bullshit? Cursing up a storm. And then he tells the class that I'm not going to put up with this shit anymore. And I'm going to face Joe Gacy next week. And I'm going to give him a Chase U ass kicking. Yeah. I highly doubt that there, Mr. Chase, Harlem Bravado. No. Probably not, because I still think Duke Hudson's going to turn heel again. I'm not a big fan of the Chase. I was a big fan of the Chase U faction, storyline, whatever it is. I'm not getting into it anymore. It's kind of boring me out. But it is what it is. So next week at Roadblock, we got Mr. Chase against Joe Gacy. And the Dyad and Ava Rain are going to be at ringside. Duke Hudson and Thea Hale are going to be at ringside. Can Thea Hale confront her demon, which is Ava Rain? Or is it going to be the same bullshit? She gets scared like a little bitch. And eventually Mr. Chase gets destroyed by Joe Gacy. We'll have to see what happens with that. And we move on with that. And that's it. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, we go back to the ring with women's action. 3 women's matches. Take notes, Tony Khan. Anyway, we get to Zoe Stark taking on the final boss, Maiko Satamura, with Roxy, the women's champion, at ringside on commentary. And my God, Booker T, do you really have to hype up your prize student like the way you did? He was like going off on. I was like, this is the women's champion, Roxanne Perez, Black Snow. You didn't have to hype her up that much, dude. Come on now. Come on! As Roman would say. But Roxy's like, oh, thank you, Booker. Thank you. Stop it. Snort your cocaine or somewhere else. Lay off the cocaine and the weed a little bit there, Booker. Calm down. Take it easy. Take it easy. Be easy. God damn it. But anyway. Move on. Match was pretty exciting. Pretty exciting, pretty good. Anyway. Starts out with Zoe slipping out of a front face lock, but Maiko grabs a headlock, grinds away on that headlock. And you don't want to be trained by Maiko if you saw what happened last week. Ugh. I would not want to be trained by Maiko Satomura. She'll probably break every bone in my body, and I wouldn't last the first minute. This is the warm-up, Peter-san. I'm like, there's more? Mommy! But if it was like Kyrie or Io or Asuka training me, please. You're weak. No, I want more. I'm like, I'll give you more if you know what I mean. Then we have sushi. No. We go to Red Lobster. Okay. Anyway, so they get back up. Zoe sends Maiko into the corner, and Maiko has to go on the floor for a breather. Ow. But that's fine with her. She kicks Zoe down. As we go to break, we come back. Maiko gets sent into the corner again, but it's fine enough to come back with a kick and a spring to hit a kick as Zoe springboard out of the air, so she kicked her in mid-air. Ow. Zoe comes up favoring her knee. Uh-oh, she's had bad knees if you've been following her career in NXT. Maiko kicks her down again, drops a top rope splash for a near fall. She goes for the cartwheel kick to the back. It missed, and Zoe hits a slingshot splash for a near fall. Then some more kicks by Zoe gives her more near falls. Goes to the 450 and missed, and that led to her demise as Maiko hits the Death Valley driver into the Scorpio Rising. And Maiko gets the win in just over 11 minutes. So Maiko gets the win. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Roxy comes in. They have another stare down. I was thinking Maiko was going to turn heel, but I guess not. I guess it's going to be just straight one-on-one teacher versus student, I guess, if you think about it. I will see if Roxy can beat the final boss. But I think she has somebody waiting. And I think we all know who that is. Tiffany Hogan, brother. And we'll get to Tiffany Stratton in a little bit. Let me move on. All right, so like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. All right, then we get a look back at Oh, I Did It. Grayson Waller hijacking the show at the end of the show last week in the production truck, calling out the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, to appear on his show at Roadblock. So we got that. Then we find out from early in the day. We didn't see it earlier. If you follow Grayson Waller on Twitter and Instagram, he put up a video by his house, I think, saying that he was not allowed to be on NXT again this week. So he made a video about that. Then we see the video. I think we saw the video of that as well. And then later on, after that, Shawn Michaels goes on Twitter and accepts the invitation. He's going to be civil, act accordingly, obviously. So next week at Roadblock on the Grayson Waller Effect TV show, or talk show, we got Grayson Waller and Shawn Michaels. I wonder how that's going to be. I think it's going to be epic, and I think we would definitely see Shawn Michaels come out of retirement for the 3rd time and take on Grayson Waller at Stand and Deliver, and that's going to be a banger of a match. And if it's not, I don't know what else to say. That's pretty much it. So I give all that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to where we have Mackenzie Mitchell outside the trainer's room. We see, I think we saw Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter in the trainer's room with Wendy Choo Choo, who's still screaming in pain. Probably has a broken arm, broken shoulder. I don't know what she has. She's probably going to be out for a while. Maybe comes back as Karen Q, or maybe Mei Ying this time. Get her out of that stupid Wendy Choo Choo gimmick. Please. But anyway, there's no word on what the extent of her injury. So Tiffany Stratton comes in looking hot as always. Tiffany Hogan, brother. She comes in, talks to Mackenzie, and then Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro come out of the trainer's room, and they're like, I think you're up to something there, Tiffany. And Tiffany's like, well, I had a Tiffany epiphany, and, there's no proof I did anything. Blah, blah, blah. So then she's like, well, where were you when Nikita Lyons was attacked? So we get some hair flipping, and then we get a match later coming up later with Casey Catanzaro against Tiffany Stratton. Okay. So we get that. So that's I think that's the second or third. No, it's the second women's match. But we have one more. And that's pretty much it. So I give all that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on with that. Alright, after that, we get the Montez Ford Bianca Belair Titanic trailer. Which I did not even like. I could care less for it. I wonder what next week's gonna be. I hope it's the Bloodline as doing Goodfellas. That'd be funny if, they have, I don't know, I think it'd be Jimmy probably talking to Jay, or maybe talking to Roman. Roman's like, you think I'm funny? Funny how? Do I have a red nose? I'm a clown? Do I amuse you? I mean, tell me how I'm fucking funny. You're just funny. I almost got him. I almost got him. And Roman punches like Solo punches one of them out. I don't know. No, probably maybe it was Heyman saying something like that line that I think Ray Liotta did in Goodfellas. Well, not that line. I mean, Joe Pesci's line, I should say. What do you mean funny? Funny how? Well, and if you haven't seen Goodfellas, there is something wrong with you. That's a cult classic. I mean, you have ultimate freaking Italian mafia movies. Gotta put Godfather 1 and 2. Don't talk about 3, because I'll fucking beat you. Godfather 1 and 2. Then you got Goodfellas. Johnny Brasco. Scarface is not an Italian movie. It's a Spanish-Italian movie. Even though Tony Montana, talks like a Spanish guy. Like you think that he's Italian, but he's not Italian. It's a Spanish movie. But he has an Italian name. Go figure. But yeah, the first two Godfathers, Goodfellas, Johnny Brasco, A Bronx Tale, great movie. Glenn Glary, Glenn Ross, which I was actually a part of, not in the movie, but I was on the set of the movie. There's other Italian mafia movies that are so-called good. But those 6 movies I mentioned are epic fucking movies. Epic. I don't think we have had a epic Italian gangster mafia type movie in a while. I could be wrong, but kind of made up for it with The Sopranos. That ended the way it did, and then they had the spin-off of The Saints of New Jersey or whatever it was called, with Tony Soprano's actual son, James Gandolfini's son, which really didn't get great reviews. But I don't know if they're doing. I don't think this is coming back for a second season or what. I don't even know what they're doing. I think it was just a prequel. That was it. Because obviously we can't do a new Sopranos because basically everybody's dead except for Tony. Well, the character Tony Soprano's still alive, but the actor James Gandolfini's dead. And not really a lot of people are alive from that series. So, the only I think surviving members are Ada Turturro, Jamie Lynn Sigler, AJ Soprano is still around. Christopher, he's still there. Not Paulie Walnuts. Sorry. Ralphie, I think is still there. The guy that played Paulie Walnuts sadly has passed away. I think the guy that played Big Pussy is still dead. Is dead. I'm not sure on that. So they really can't do a Sopranos reprise or anything. I was just pissed off in 2006, 2007 when Sopranos was ending and it ended the way it did. With Don't Stop Believin' playing in the restaurant, and then it just cuts to black when Melo Soprano comes in and we see that Chinese guy going to the bathroom and Tony's just looking at him. We still don't know what happened, if he got whacked or he pulled out a gun and started shooting up the place. Oh, I hated the way that ended. It just ended and it just went to black and we're waiting. I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then the credit, no! What happened? I don't think we'll ever know what happened at the end of The Sopranos. Because nobody's talking, not even Jamie Lynn Sigler or anybody that's on the show. Nobody knows. Sucks. Ah, boy. But we move on with that. But yeah, so we see the Montez Ford Bianca Belair trailer again. We'll probably see it Friday night on SmackDown. The bores even more to death. And I think maybe this Monday night on Raw we'll see the third trailer. I think we have 5 trailers. I think I got three more coming up, because I think we got 3 more weeks till Mania. Well, really 4 weeks. So I might say 1 more. I think 3 or 4 more trailers. I know we got a Bloodline one, and I think we have I don't know which other one we have. I think Cena's doing one again. Boring! But the Seth Rollins Becky Lynch one, I thought that was the best one of them all so far. But I can't wait for the Bloodline one. I can't wait. It's going to be epic. That's it. Alright, moving along from that. We go to the back where we have the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus. They're looking for a tag team partner to take on Indus Shear next week at Roadblock. Then they run into their former friend and member of Diamond Mine, Damon Kemp, returned on them about a couple months ago. And and he's like, "Oh, you want my help now? You really want my help?" And he's like, "Well," he's like, "You may not like me. I really don't like you." And then Julius and Bruce like, "Well, we kind of need you next week. So can you be our partner?" So Kemp does an evil smirk, and he's like, "Well, fuck you guys. No, fuck you." So he leaves before any fisticuffs can break out. And then the champ comes in, Braun Breaker. He comes in and says, "Hey, I heard you're looking for a partner. You saw what happened? What I did to Ginger last week. So you need a partner? I'm in." So he's in the match. And Julius asked if Braun could have been here. Could he have been here a minute earlier to avoid me humiliating myself in front of Damon Kemp and my brother? And then, it was all ruse or something like that. And he's like, "You sons of bitches!" And then I think it was Brutus goes, "Where my dog's at?" And they go, sound like monkeys almost. Yeah. So we got that. So we got the Creed brothers and Braun Breaker taking on Indus Shear in a 6-man tag team match next week. Probably that might be your main event. I hope not. I think the main event should be Michael Satomura and Roxy. But we'll see. We'll see how it's booked. If it's not that, then maybe the HBK Grayson Waller segment will be the end segment. But we'll see. All right, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to our third women's match of the night. We have the lovely Alexa Lopez with another even finer chick with her. That's Valentina Felaz. Alexa takes on the resident surfer girl. "Hey, dude, you're gonna surf 10 with me. Surfboard." Now, Sol Ruka. Match was meh. Anyway, so the surfer girl has to flip out of a wrist lock, simple 1921 wrist lock, to start, gets sent to the apron, where Alexa knocks her off the top and out to the floor. She lands in a heap. Ow. They get back in, and Sol Ruka fights out of a 1904 neck crank. Then she starts firing off the running shoulder blocks of Doom. Then hits a beautiful butterfly suplex, dropping Alexa. Alexa tries to go for a flipping clothesline in the corner. And Lopez goes for her brass knuckles in the turnbuckle, like what happened, I think, about a week or so ago. But she can't find them. And then we see Valentina Feroz like, "Ooh, I got him in my titties. Get back at." Ooh. And Alexa's like, "What the fuck?" And then Sol comes running in and hits the Soul Snatcher. 1, 2, 3. Sol Ruka is your winner in just under 5 minutes. But it is what it is. I like how the women take that move. So, because God forbid she botches that move. Oh. It's just a running flippy flip into a Gilmore cutter. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's all it is. Run up the corner, backwards, flipping Gilmore cutter. Can we be more inventive, please? So I don't have to steal the moves and make them more better. But it is what it is. And we move on. Oh, by the way, quick side note. I found out that Christopher Daniels is going to be in New York next week. That's going to be fun. They're doing a convention in New York City. I think it's called HorrorCon or something like that. or the big horror event. I don't know what it's called. I think Nia Jax is gonna be at that event. Angelina Love is gonna be at the event. Brandon Cutler, of course. BTE. Christopher Daniels is gonna be there. I think Gail Kim is gonna be there. Maxie Impaler, like I said, and Father James Mitchell. I can't wait for that. I can get my picture with that guy because he's a member of the Prophecy. If you don't believe me, go ask Rosemary. Also, Maxie Impaler, like I said, gonna be a lot of big names there. I'm gonna have fun. I can't wait for that event. That's gonna be epic next Saturday. Woo! Epic. Can't wait. Just to meet Father James Mitchell is the price of admission right there. And seeing Gail Kim too. And if I do meet her, I'm gonna say you, Melina, and freaking everybody. You know, you, Melina, Victoria, and Mickie James all deserve a wing in the Hall of Fame. I don't know why you guys are not in the Hall of Fame. You got people like Beth fucking Phoenix, and the Bella slots in before you. And Miss Elizabeth's just not there. Ooh. Pisses me the fuck off. Now I'm gonna keep petitioning to get Gail Kim, Melina, and all those names I mentioned into the Hall of Fame. If it's the last thing I do. God damn it. And that's pretty much it. Maria Kanellis could probably be in there too, but, you know, she really didn't do much. But I digress. She will be at that event too, by the way. Let me move on. Anyway, alright, so Sol Luca gets the win. Match I didn't even give two shits about. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. After the match, Elektra Lopez gets pissy at her friend Valentina Feroz. We get some shoving going on, and then Valentina Feroz had enough and lays out Elektra Lopez with the brass knuckles. You don't piss off Valentina Feroz, you know, that hot Spanish Italian chick. So you go, girl. And that's all I gotta say about that. Let me move on. All right, then we go to a video of Gallus, Wolfgang, and Mark Coffey playing pool. I'm like, are we gonna see another video of them beating the Yes Boys in pool again? We're gonna get this again, but this time the Yes Boys don't appear yet. They're playing pool, and Mark Coffey's a little bit worried about Pretty Deadly because they're gonna have to defend their titles against the former UK Tag Team Champions, the ones who beat them for the titles. So we got all that. So he's talking to Wolfgang. Wolfgang, he's telling Wolfgang, get in the game, and let's beat the Yes Boys and retain our belts. We can't let what happened last week when the Yes Boys beat the fuck out of them on the outside of the ring happen again. So he's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna get in the game. And then a guy, some random guy accidentally runs into Wolfgang, and Wolfgang breaks the pool stick, and then beats the fuck out of him after. Next time, say, excuse me. Speaking of, excuse me, Vicky Guerrero is gonna be gone from AEW pretty soon. Well. So I don't know what's going to happen with Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir. What do they call them? The Sisters of Mayhem or something like that? Nobody cares about Vicky Guerrero. And that's pretty much it. Let me move on. Alright, so we see that. Then we go to Mackenzie Mitchell and the Yes Boys, Pretty Deadly, with nice freaking purple, pink, maroon gear on. Their fit was epic. They probably got those clothes at the Men's Warehouse, which is always our sponsor. Because when you go to the Men's Warehouse, you get a good fit because you're gonna like the way you look. I can guarantee that for some of you. We move on. So Pretty Deadly's in the back. They're ready to talk to Gallus next week about their tag title match. Whenever they probably have Stand and Deliver. And then Mackenzie brings up a tweet from Drew McIntyre talking about how much trouble they're in because they were talking bad about the Scots and everything. And Pretty Lady's like, oh, we don't give a shit. So I was thinking back and looking back on the show, and I was like, damn, is Drew McIntyre gonna lower himself to go back to NXT? Just for like one night? Could happen. We'll see. Alright, so I gave all that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, that was the second match of the women's match. We get to our third women's match of the night. We have Casey Catanzaro against Tiffany Hogan, brother. Tiffany Stratton, looking hot as always. Kaden Carter at ringside. Match wasn't anything to write home about. Also with Casey hitting a drop kick to start, gets sent to the apron where she grabs a slingshot head scissors, knocking down Tiffany. But Tiffany comes right back, takes Casey down, sets up a double arm crank. Ow. To slow the pace down a little bit. They get back up, and Casey grabs a head scissors. But then the resident witches of NXT come out, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They come out for a distraction, which leads to Tiffany pulling Casey out of the air and setting her down to the mat. Then she goes up top, hits the Champagne Supernova moonsault, or Champagne Wishes. Didn't get a lot of it because she hit Casey's shins. Like she usually hits her, and you get full force on the body. She rotated it wrong a little bit and got the shins, but it was still enough. 1, 2, 3. Tiffany Stratton is your winner. And over 3.5 minutes. Did I say over 3.5 minutes? So we get that. So it wasn't the prettiest Tiffany Stratton match. Not the prettiest Champagne Wishes moonsault, but still effective, and she gets the win. And I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Tiffany gets on the mic and says, Maiko, Roxy, whoever wins your match next week, I'm coming after you. I want the women's title. So I think there's your main event for Stand and Deliver. It's probably going to be Roxy versus Tiffany Stratton. And I think my prediction is going to come true. And I said Tiffany Stratton is going to win the women's title by Stand and Deliver. I said that months ago. Even before Tiffany came back. I said, when Roxy wins the title, she's going to hold it for a little bit, and she's going to lose it to Tiffany Stratton. So, I think my prediction is going to come true. I'll chomp on myself on that one. And we move on. Alright, after that, we go to the back where we have Jensen and Briggs once again. Jensen wants to apologize to Briggs about what happened in their match against Indus Sher. Briggs says, just worry about getting your girl back. And basically, like I said before, Briggs is going to talk to Kiana James. And I'm like, uh-oh. I feel something bad's going to happen. He's going to talk to her. And then next thing you know, they're kissing right in front of Jensen. Just like, you motherfucker! Like what happened years ago when John Cena kissed Eve, what's her name? Eve Torres right in front of Matt Cardona when he was in a wheelchair when he was trying to get with her. Dude! And then there was like a week or two after they had a match, Cena versus Zack Ryder, and Cena beat the fuck out of him. Woo, woo, woo. You blew it. It is what it is. Speaking of, I didn't even mention it on my Raw review, but Chelsea Green and Carmella had a segment. They were in Adam Pearce's office, and then they came to like an agreement. So they're possibly going to be a tag team. So two Karens being a tag team. That's great. That's great. But it fits because both of them are, psychotic bitches. But I digress. Let me move on. All right, so after that, we go to Axiom and Hank Walker. Another filler match. It's also with Axiom going straight for a choke. The start, it's driven into the corner. Then a shot to face. kind of annoys the big fake security guard, Hank Walker, who knocks A-Kid down. He spins A-Kid into a face plant, but A-Kid comes right back with a running kick in the corner. Then a high crossbody and some strikes basically do nothing and just fires up Hank Walker. He's hooking up, brother! And he blasts A-Kid with a clothesline. Then a kick to face by A-Kid staggers the big man. And then A-Kid hits the golden ratio. 1, 2, 3. A-Kid is your winner in over 3.5 minutes. Did I say over 3.5 minutes? Pretty much. Match was alright. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on from that. Alright, then we go to Grayson Waller in the pool. Go for a late night dip, I guess. Well, not a late night dip, but I know. A dip in the pool. And he responds to HBK saying he's gonna be at Roadblock next week to meet him on his talk show. So Grayson says, I know to never say never, so don't make him put. He's like, don't make me put you in a place you would never say you would be in again. Meaning, going back on your word and unretiring for one last match at Stand and Deliver, where I'm gonna kick your ass. So it's just a tease to the match at Stand and Deliver, and it's probably gonna be match of the night. Unless it's Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. But we'll see what happens with all that. I think the match of the night is going to be Grayson Waller and HBK. If HBK can deliver like he usually does. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to your main event of the evening. Carmelo Hayes with his good buddy Trick Williams. Taking on Tyler Bate. Match was okay, nothing great. We got a simple wrist lock to start. Bates slips out of that, gets sent to the outside, comes right back in. Then they trade roll-ups for a near fall. And then Tyler blocks a code-breaker attempt by Melo. And then we get some European uppercuts against the ropes. Stagger Melo. And then there's a spinning head scissors to stagger Melo again. Tyler drop kicks him to the floor, hits the big flippy dibbity-doo as we go to our final break of the evening. We come back. Tyler has to deck Trick Williams off the apron before locking in a 1921 airplane spin. Does all that and goes to the pin. Carmelo kicks out of two. Then we get the rebound lariat by Tyler, giving him another near fall. But Carmelo comes back and plants Tyler down. But Tyler comes right back, catches Hayes on top with a superplex. And he's going back up top for another top rope maneuver. But Trick, once again, is on the apron for a distraction. But Tyler knocks him down. Tyler goes to a spiral tap. Oh, somebody's been watching AJ Styles tapes. Goes to a spiral tap and missed. And then Carmelo hits the code breaker right into nothing but the bottom of the net. 1, 2, 3. Carmelo Hayes is your winner in under 11.5 minutes. Match was pretty decent. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much the end of NXT. So, once again, when Melo shoots, you know he will not miss. And I think at Stand and Deliver, he will deliver once again and become your new NXT World Heavyweight Champion, because I'm getting sick and tired of Braun Breaker, because he needs to go to the main roster. And he may, just may, be the one to beat Roman after he gets rid of Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I think it might happen. I think if they're going to go with Roman beating Cody, I think the logical choice is have Braun appear on SmackDown and then maybe have a little bit of a lengthy program where Roman will beat him at Backlash. And then after that is King of the Ring, which really Roman doesn't even have to be there. And then after that is Money in the Bank. Maybe you could put Braun Breaker in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He wins that. Then maybe at SummerSlam, he cashes in on Roman again And there you go. Roman loses the title to Braun Breaker instead of somebody like Cody winning the belt and then him losing it to somebody like Seth Rollins to end that feud. But I mean, we have to see between now and end of July or August. So I don't know when SummerSlam is. I think it's in late July this year. I know Money in the Bank's July 1st in London, and SummerSlam's in Detroit. I think at the end of July or early August. So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. I'm hoping, like I said, Roman beats Cody, goes all the way to SummerSlam with his 3-year anniversary, then the Bloodline storyline officially ends. Because I just don't want it to end at the biggest pay-per-view of the year, which is WrestleMania. But it looks like all signs are pointing to the Bloodline storyline officially ending at WrestleMania. But we got all that. Alright, anyway, so that ends NXT. I thought it was a pretty decent show, and I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment down below, or you can do a video reply, do whatever the fuck you want. But smash that bell, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that up to death as well. And that's all I gotta say about that. So anyway, thanks you all for watching on this late Tuesday night, going into the first day of March, and we'll see what happens with all that. So enjoy the rest of your late Tuesday night here in the Northeast. It's gonna be a wet one tomorrow, so bring your galoshes and bring your umbrella tomorrow. If you're going out, let's drive safely and all that good shit. And if you're on the West Coast, happy rest of your Tuesday. And I hope you have a great Wednesday, everybody. And I will be back maybe tomorrow night or early, maybe Thursday, with your Dynamite review. Dynamite should be a great show tomorrow from San Francisco. And then we'll talk about that. We got Ring of Honor on Thursday night at 7 p.m. I might do a review on my Killer Demons channel, because I get it for free. I will be watching Ring of Honor on Thursday night. I might, like I said, I might do a late review. I'm not sure yet. Or I might try to get it in on Friday. We got a lot of stuff to do Friday. We got SmackDown and Rampage that night. And then Saturday, I'm going to try to, before I go off of my Saturday, I got Saturday plans on the weekend. So I'm going to try to get the SmackDown Rampage review up on Saturday if I don't do it Friday night. And then I would do my AEW Revolution predictions on TSL number 58. And then late Sunday night or maybe on Monday, I would do my AEW Revolution review. So hit the bell on my channels so you know when I'm going live, or just do a regular video so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, too bad for you. That's pretty much it. Alright, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to sleep because I got to get up in the morning. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cookoot. And if you're not down with that, it's just too goddamn bad, because I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! That's pretty much it, because the Armada and the Prophecy, we don't take the L's. We don't. As much as you think we did, we haven't taken an L. Not yet. But we don't care about what you insignificant fucks think anymore. We're done with you. We're moving on to greener pastures. And that's pretty much it. So, thank you for watching, everybody. And until next time, peace.